Well, hello, Internet. Today I want to introduce you to my recipe for spicy bean curd. It has a delicate nutty flavor, and yet it holds its flavor whether you prefer it to be mild or very spicy. Approximately 1 hour before I start making this recipe, I want to take 14 ounces of firm bean curd and I want to place it between two paper towels on a plate and then put my heaviest pan on top of it. While I'm preparing my bean curd, I want to take approximately 2.5 cups of rice, mix it together with 5 cups of water, bring that to a boil, stir, then put a lid on top of the pot, turn it down to 20%, and boil for approximately 10 minutes. Then in a separate bowl, I want to take 3 tablespoons of water and then add to it 5 tablespoons of either soy sauce, liquid aminos, or tamari sauce, depending upon which you prefer. Then you're going to have to decide how hot you want this to be. If you want to keep it quite mild, I'd recommend you use about 1.5 teaspoons of chili paste with garlic. And of course, if you want to spice it up, add more chili paste with garlic. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Then we'll be adding 1 teaspoon of sesame oil to this mix. And there's the brand that I use if you'd prefer to use what I use, but any sesame oil is fine. And then we are going to mix. Then I'm going to get myself 1 big scallion like you can see right here, and they normally split in 2, and this is what a scallion looks like with its skin on if you want to recognize it in a grocery store. And then I'm going to very thinly chop up this scallion. Now a lot of the nuttiness is going to come from these scallions, and I prefer to actually take the time to break them into little circles like you can see right there. I think they really add to the overall complexity of the dish. Then I'm going to take a 1-inch knob of ginger that has been peeled, and I am going to dice it up really small. And of course, if you want to make this dish a little bit more spicier, this will be a good time to add a little bit more ginger. I'm then going to take the scallions and the ginger that I chopped up and put them in a separate bowl just to keep everything nice and neat. And now it's time for the star of the show, which is going to be the 14 ounces of firm bean curd, and I'm just going to chop them into 4 even pieces. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1 and 2, and that's going to give me perfect little cubes. As I was putting this meal together, I forgot to add my 2 cloves of garlic. Here I'm using minced garlic, but fresh garlic works just as well. Now I have my wok on high. Of course, you don't need a wok, just a big pan would work, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of just regular old canola oil to that wok. Now to help me judge exactly when the wok is going to be ready for me to put all the other vegetables inside of here, I'm just going to throw a scallion in, and when it starts to bubble, I'm going to add all the other vegetables. Now I'm going to stir all of the scallions and the ginger and the garlic, of course, in the pan until I think it's about ready. Normally it takes about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to add in all my tofu. I try to be a little bit more delicate whenever the tofu is in the pan. Of course, this is sped up here. And then I'm going to add in all of my sauces. Now I'm just going to stir all of this together until all of the tofu is lightly coated. I'm then going to turn my stovetop down to approximately 20% and put a lid on top of the wok. After about 5 minutes, I'm going to remove the lid and maybe give it another stir. I'm going to throw some rice in a bowl, and then I'm going to take out this wonderful nutty tofu and pile it on top of the rice. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. It really is wonderful, and of course, you want to make it a little bit spicier, just add a little bit more chili paste and ginger. Please leave your questions, comments below. Otherwise, till next time.